Today's lunchtime roundup. It's Monday the 21st.
21st of March.
And we're all a bit depressed, aren't we?
10 years since we beat Birmingham 7-0, if that makes you feel any better.
Doesn't really, does it?
Nah.
Feels like a bit of a bubble burst, doesn't it?
It does a bit. It's a tough one to take, isn't it? 2-0 up and seemingly cruising. It looked like it was in the bag at that point. I think everyone was getting the cigars out, possibly including the players. And you couldn't really see them getting back into it, could you, at that point? You just thought, how many is it going to be for Liverpool? Obviously, Alan had the ball in the back of the net again. Didn't count. Alan had another good chance. Should have buried it. Benteke, second half. Just shot ourselves in the foot, really, didn't we? It felt self-inflicted. I mean, Klopp gives Southampton a lot of credit, but it's hard not to assess Liverpool and say...
No, you don't lose from that position. And it's not like we never had fair warning. They had the penalty that was saved. You know, that should have woke them up. And it was one of them. As soon as much as say we were cruising, as soon as they scored the first one, you just knew we were in trouble.
There was a lot of sloppiness in the play as well, wasn't the second half, giving the ball away a lot. All of a sudden, Southampton as well, to be fair, changed the tactics, didn't they? Brought a couple of players on, which made a big difference. Our substitutions obviously seemed to weaken as if anything, particularly Martin Skrtel. Sent off in the week again for the under-21s, and then followed that up by giving away a pen and pretty much being in the wrong place for every goal they scored. Yeah,
well, I mean, we were talking before the game on a couple of shows about Skrtel possibly being the odd one out now because Lovren and Skrtel seem to have developed. I know we've said this before, but a burgeoning relationship there, and they seem to work. They seem better at pushing up, and there's some Skrtel. Talking that he might have been the other one because Matip's obviously coming in, and he's not really done his cakes any good, has he?
Not really, no. And there's little rumours flying around as well. I don't know if there's any truth in them or not, but let's do that because something to talk about, isn't it? Little rumours that he's possibly looking to move on. And that being the case, I think as things stand, no one would be that bothered. I've got to be honest. It sounds quite harsh, but I think for me personally, Skrtel's just been. Every other season he has a bad one.
Yeah. It's been a long time now, hasn't it? I mean,
he's one of the most experienced players at the club, isn't he? And it's like, is he? How good is he really? I mean, there was a time you go back to when he did look good and he did look solid, and Man City were linked with him. And I remember there was a bit of a fuss about us possibly selling him then. But I think most Reds would say, move on. You can improve on him as a centre half.
He's certainly not the leading centre half. I think if you could put someone alongside him, he can look all right, but I don't know.
He just does stupid things, doesn't he?
The same things over and over and again.
Wrestling for players, pulling shirts, or the pen's just so unnecessary. I mean, I've seen people saying, that happens all the time, and it's a bit harsh that it's given. But I mean, given that Lovren was lucky not to concede one in the first half, you would have thought someone would say in the dressing room at half time, I think we got away with one there. Let's just be careful in and around the box. And he's not careful. He's always wrestling. And it seems to me he almost does that and forgets about the actual defending. Sometimes more interested in the man.
Yeah. How many times did you see that where the ball's not even there, and he kind of gets lost because he's that obsessed about.
Maybe UFC or something, Martin. I don't know if you fancy a change. What else have you got, mate?
Benteke. The manager's getting a bit of grief for. Well, I mean, no one really knows what the manager said, but he appeared to.
You can see him
to say something. He said something which didn't appear entirely positive, and people are starting to have a go. To be honest, I'm not being funny. If you're playing for Liverpool or Manchester United or any club that perceives themselves to be big, if you're not man enough to take a bollocking on the pitch, well, I don't think you've got enough character to be playing for the club anyway in the first place.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the manager giving a player a little rocker. I mean, I've seen people saying, should he be doing it sort of so publicly? But, they're getting paid a lot of money to perform for Liverpool. And like you say, you don't know what he said. I mean, I think the assumption is it's going to be, why didn't you bury that chance, mate?
Again,
I'd suggest it's maybe more something he was probably doing tactically incorrect. Yeah. Whether it was pressing, whether it was his position on the pitch, I don't know. But I would guess it was probably more that, and it seemed more to me like it was you didn't do X and I wanted you to do X.
Kind of like you say with Rafa. But he was permanently shouting at him to do, like, just come out. I remember the Old Trafford game against Chelsea where he said to run the channels. And he was doing his head in that much. He bought Morientes on, who had no pace. He done it much better.
The most offside player ever, I think. Jim Cisse. But I've got no real problem with it. I think you should be upset when you've give a lead away like that.
It was a horror show. It was a horror show. There's no excusing.
And it's one of them. You want to see a reaction from manager and players.
Do you think the manager was a bit annoyed anyway because he essentially, I know we all like him and that, but he's got to wear that. He's got to wear that change where he's took Lovren off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bad day for him, wasn't it? I think because the Lovren change doesn't improve Liverpool. Skrtel has him there. The Sturridge change doesn't improve Liverpool. No. Benteke misses the chance. So it perhaps is one of those days where Klopp looks at himself. I mean, a lot of people, me included, were saying afterwards as well, is there anything he could have done with the midfield? Because the midfield was getting overrun, clearly. Everyone could see that. But what state was Henderson in? Did he have 15, 20, half an hour in him? We know he's been sick and we know that he came off at Old Trafford. But if he had anything in his legs, I mean, if he's on the bench, he's got to be...
He's been playing half fit anyway, but is he?
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder whether, you could see, like you said before, you could see it coming.
Yeah.
And so was there something he could have done? Don't know. But I guess the manager will look at himself. I mean, I wrote something today, it's on Mirror Football, and one of the lines in that, I said, we go back to the very start when Klopp arrived. He said he's not Jesus. He says he can't walk on water. And he will make mistakes. As much as we love him, and as much as it's great that he wears a Beatles t-shirt and all the rest of it, he's just human like the rest of us, and he'll make mistakes.
I mean, the one thing about the Henderson change in particular, when it did come to done me head, and was yet again, and it's a thing that's in the Premier League at the minute. You saw Henderson getting ready to come on. He didn't even have a shirt on. What is it?
Oh no, it's mad, isn't it?
Get on the pitch. You know what I mean? Just what's so hard about having your shirt under your track?
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
I don't understand that. Especially because he was fuming at Ibe earlier in the year, wasn't he?
That was his boots, I think, wasn't it? He hadn't tied his laces or something. Just be ready to go on, lads. It's not that hard. I mean, it happened at Palace, didn't it, to Pardew? Yeah. He was getting ready to make a double substitution and the lads were ready to come on the pitch. And, what he is doing. And
you know what he's doing, what the manager's now doing to punish them for this horrific defeat.
Oh no, they're going on holiday.
They're taking them all to Tenerife with the wives and girlfriends. Sunshine break. And
I don't mind that too much, to be fair. I think you can do the tabloid line and say he's rewarding a defeat with a holiday. But I think it's one of them. It's good for team spirit. It's good for them all to be together. I mean, a lot of them are on international break, aren't they? Anyway, so it's more the people around the fringes who've gone to Tenerife. But
Jose Enrique's made up.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed to go. Just get off, mate.
Carry the bags.
But yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I think that is a time when, it's good that players are friends, you know what I mean? They shouldn't just all be in the dressing room doing a job, in inverted commas. It's better if there's good team spirit, and if this helps, great.
So just to round off, a couple of little notes on it. Joe Allen's cock.
Yeah, Joe Allen's on the front cover of Chicken and Egg magazine this month, complete with his cock. Now is some kind of chicken or other, which is led to a lot of foul language. Hey.
Right, okay. Another thing, Henrik Mkhitaryan once linked with Liverpool.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a pop at Kloppo.
What's he said?
He's basically said, under Kloppo, he's a football madman. All he's concerned about is pressure and counter-attack, which I don't think is too bad, actually. And then said the new fella, Thomas Tuchel, is a bit more slow, a bit more methodical, and he finds it easy to play a bit more under him.
Is it meant to be easy? Is it meant to be easy? What's wrong with working hard, mate? I mean, surely you work hard and then your quality shines too. That's my thoughts on it. We're playing them soon, so we'll see what happens, eh?
Yeah, I don't think he's signed for us anytime soon, though,
is he? Wait till Flano. I know Flano can't play, and who can we have to smash him? Someone will smash him.
I don't know. Enrique with his fake beak. Don't know.
He's not in the Europa League
squad either. Right, what have we got for today?
There's a free Anfield Wrap show out today, so I mean, even if you don't subscribe, give that a listen. The lads will be going through the match at the weekend in detail. If you're a subscriber, there's also a Coach Home show where Neil and Gibbo are talking to an expert in Chinese football, because obviously that's becoming more and more of a thing.
The hot potato of Chinese football.
Yeah, and everyone's got fingers crossed that someone in China is going to buy Mario Balotelli.
And Benteke, and Jose Enrique.
And Martin Skrtel.
Simon Mingler, let's go on.
Will that do us?
We've got a coach home. Yeah, I was just talking about that. And then, yeah, got loads of good content for the rest of the week.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff all week.
Doing the Tuesday review later
It's an
today.
international break, but as ever, we'll be working hard and there'll be shows out all week. So please do have a listen. Please do let us know how you think it's going. If you're a subscriber, you're enjoying what you get and all the rest of it. We're always interested in your feedback. And thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
And let us know who you'd send to China below.